Hello, everyone. Hi, that's such a great welcome. Hi. Welcome, friends and family, to the most anticipated event of 2022. Yes. My name is Chantal Willis, and I am going to be your mistress of ceremonies for the evening. I feel like I've done a great job already. When Danielle asked me to be her MC, I honestly couldn't believe that she would trust me to stand up here and take a mic and talk in front of all of you. I thought she knew me better than that. Woohoo! Thanks, Brooke. I've got my own cheering section and everything. So Danielle and I have been friends since about a month after I sat beside her in grade 9 science class. Now, she knew I was going to talk about this. However, I say a month because Danielle had one heck of a resting witch face that I was too scared to approach her and talk to her. And once we started talking, 23 years later, we still haven't stopped. I could tell you about all the laughs we've had, all the tears we've shared, the hangovers, and all the secrets, most of which I've forgotten about. But what I'm really here to tell you is that all those memories I'll cherish forever. If you want to know more information, you can ask Danielle. She's better at telling those stories than I am. But here's the really important things that I have to say. Danielle, I have never seen a more beautiful bride. I know. You're radiating from the inside out with such intense love for that hunk sitting to your right. And Neil, I've never seen a groom look at his bride the way you look at Danielle. With such love and respect and admiration. Adoration, admiration. You know what I'm trying to say. They truly are each other's people. They understand each other's hearts and what it wants and needs. You treasure each other, and you drive each other crazy, yet keep each other sane at the same time. Danielle, what is Mickey without Minnie? What's Piglet without Pooh? What's Donald without Daisy? That's Neil without you. When Peter Pan can't fly and Simba never roars. When Tigger stops bouncing and Cinderella stops cleaning floors. When Dumbo's ears are small and happily ever after isn't true. And Goofy isn't funny. Neil, that's when Danielle will stop loving you. Now let's get back to the real reason we're here, of course, today. And that's to celebrate the best decision you've ever made. Choosing me as your MC, of course. Bon appetit, everyone. All right, everyone. I hope you're all enjoying the first course. We're going to begin some speeches. So I would like to first call up the maid of honor, Miss Roxanne Drapeau, accompanied by the bride's two sisters, Leisha and Tanya, and also the best man, Chad Mandigo.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Roxanne, and I am Danielle's matron of honor. Get it out of your system. I wanted to start tonight by thanking you all for coming and showing your love and support for Dee and Neil. Dee, you're absolutely breathtaking. Neil, you clean up all right. I have known Dee, or Smelly Danielle as we called her back then, since we were kids on the playground and have been by each other's side for the last 29 years. Even back then, I knew she was someone I needed to be friends with. We have been through so much in our time together, from boys to getting through our bar star days, starting careers, our boys and babies, and getting through the most difficult heartbreak we ever could have imagined. It was all only possible because we are blessed to have each other to lean on when times are hard. The truth is, I can't remember you without my life in it, and I look forward to seeing what kind of trouble we're still causing in 20 years from now. You have been my ride or die, my Thelma to my Louise, my dance partner, makeup artist, sister by choice, and my shot of courage when I needed it. I could use it now. Everyone needs a D in their life, and I was lucky to find mine in the units all those years ago. I love you, and I couldn't be more proud of the person you are today. I know your mom is beaming with pride today and is here with us in this very moment, taking it all in. The love she had for you and Neil was like no other, and she'd want you to celebrate your day and dance your ass off tonight in her honor. It's safe to say I've always been protective of Dee and never once hid how I felt about any relationship in her life. From the moment I met Neil, I knew he was the real deal, even if Dee wasn't so sure yet. Neil, you truly bring out the best in her. Your gentle, kid-loving ways balance out our fierce, passionate Dee. Not only did Neil meet my approval with Dee, but he surpassed my expectations with grace, and they were high. He was clearly meant to be a dad, and that was evident from the moment I saw him with her. He was patient, kind, loving, full of life, and most of all, instilled in her that love has no limits. He has continued to be the epitome of a one-of-a-kind dad to 3 beautiful children. Neil, you are fortunate that our Dee has chosen you to be by her side in this adventure. In my experience, when you are successful, she will celebrate you. When you face loss, she will hold and be strong for you. And when you want an adventure, she's calling shotgun. And when you mess up, and you will, she will kick you in the ass and help you start again. I know you will face challenges in your relationship as all good relationships do. But what's great about marriage is the love and support you always have from each other. If I were to pass on any advice, it would be that the little things are always the big things. You're never too old to hold hands. Remember to say I love you at least once a day. Have the capacity to forgive and forget, and give each other the atmosphere where you can grow together. And Neil, if you only remember one thing today, remember, happy wife, happy life. Dee, I'm so happy that you found the Danny Zuko to your Sandra Dee. Just remember the lyrics to one of our faves. Don't let him tell you what to do. Don't let him tell you what to say. And when you go out with him, don't let him put you on display. I love you both and can't wait to see what the future has in store with you. With love and happiness, please join me in raising a glass to the bride and groom.
Well, hello, everybody. Yeah, here we go. If y'all don't know me, I'm Neil's younger, smarter, more handsome-looking brother. First and foremost, I'd like to thank everybody for showing up today and celebrating with us, and what the hell took you so long? 10 years, man. 10 years. Oh, yeah, I will. Can't ask for anybody better to have to pave the way for Michelle and I, like Neil. He's been there for us through thick and thin, and yeah, he's just the best brother anybody can ask for. Big teddy bear. Danielle, can't say enough about her. Blessed us with 2 beautiful little blonde bombers over there, Aiden Emerson, and Grace, you're all right too. We'll keep you around. Sassy as hell, but we'll keep you around. They're always there to help us no matter what. They took me underneath their wing. yeah, just thank you guys for coming. Short and sweet, to the point. They're the two greatest people to have around our lives. Love them both very much. That's all I got. I apologize, but just ringer.
Next up in our speeches, we are going to welcome Vivian, who is the mother of the groom, Tracy, the father of the bride, and Alan.
Well, Nan and I would like to extend a very warm welcome to you all here today to celebrate the wedding of my son Neil and Danielle. For those who don't know me, I'm Neil's mom. And there's Nan, a.k.a. Queenie over there. Yeah, Neil's girl. That's Neil's girl. Thank you, family and friends, and to some who have traveled from afar to grace this very special day in the lives of my son and my daughter-in-law, Danielle. Yes, Neil, I can do this. This by far is one, and we've been blessed with so many, but one of the best days in our family's life, witnessing Neil pledge his love to his best friend, his soulmate, and the woman of his dreams. I remember Neil's always saying, Mom, when I get married, it will be the only the one time, and she will be the most amazing person I want to spend the rest of my life with, and here she is, Danielle Mandigo. Neil had two huge dreams in his life, being a cop and a dad. Since he was 8 years old, he said he would be hiding in bushes to get the bad guys and drive cars really fast to catch them. While his mother, being a police dispatcher, was excited of his career choice, but silently prayed that he'd change his mind and deliver mail or something. While he fulfilled that dream and loved every minute of all the units he was in and loved his boys, during his policing career, he started up Drake's Landscaping. He had one riding lawnmower and his brother, Chatty, to help him whenever he could. It blew my mind, as Neil never raked a leaf in his life as a teen and was horrified when he did a bit of raking that he didn't get paid for it. His second dream came true when he met Danielle. He told me all about her and that she had the sweetest little girl named Grace. This little Grace ended up being Neil's first daughter. Then they went on to have Emerson John and Ada Mary. These four are his heartbeat, his life. This young couple have been through quite a lot during their 10-year relationship. They both took huge leaps of faith and left their careers to build up Drake's Landscaping and have done such an incredible job working together to make it happen, and man, has it flourished. Thank you. They built a beautiful home together for their family. Oh, just like at work, eh, boys? And well, I can go on forever about how incredible this couple is, but we all know them and how many personal things they have overcome, and that, my family and friends, is true love, devotion, and commitment to each other and their family. Thank you, Danielle, for organizing, all by herself, I might add, this amazing wedding from start to finish. Sit back, sip your wine, and enjoy every second of it. Thank you, my son, for picking the most amazing woman that I can proudly call my daughter-in-law, even though she has been for the last 10 years, whom I love very much. And thank you, Danielle, for picking my son to be your husband and your forever person.
Well, I'm not going to keep this very long because I know everybody wants to get down to the partying. So I'm going to keep this short. All I would like to say is that how proud I am of my daughter, how proud I could always be, because she is the most wonderful person in the world. And when she found Neil, like Danielle always, when she decided to do something, it was done. And when she found Neil, he was done. That was it, right? And they're the greatest couple in the world because they're great parents, they're fantastic friends. I mean, and more. I mean, I could not say more about them. I could go on and on and on. I would just like to congratulate both of them in everything they've done and everything they're going to be. And I would like to give them a cheer. I love you guys. To many, many years of love, laughter, and happiness. Many, many years.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alan, other words known as Neil's father. That's right. Yes, forgot that point.
Neil's father, everyone.
Just quick, everybody's hitting how good a couple they are. We all know that. We all know all those guys. But I just want to give you a little bit of stuff on Neil. Sorry, I'm used to talking without one of these things. So just a little bit about Neil, a little bit about Danielle. So Neil's always been a lovable little character, and of course my phone messes up, that liked to test the waters. Couldn't get him to cut the lawn or shovel the driveway as a teenager. Look at him now, multi-million-dollar landscaping business. Typical teen boy, hanging with his friends, getting into the odd trouble, but he was pretty easy to catch. Loved the outdoors, loved going ATV and playing in the mud. So Viv and I bought him a Honda 4-Trax ATV. He's always wanted one. So a surprise, being a good kid and an excellent big brother to Neil and Chad. So I took him and his friend out for a ride the first day he got it. We're out bombing around out in the bush, stopped after a bit, pull out a pack of smokes. His buddy pulls out a pack of smokes. I handed the packs of smokes over to Neil. He pulled one out, stuck it in his face, lit it, starts puffing on it, and I'm just looking at him, and all of a sudden he got that, oh shit, look, I'm smoking in front of Dad, and I'm only 14 years old. So Viv and I knew he was smoking. We just figured it's just going to take a bit of time to catch him, and he did. Yeah, but it was funny though, his shit-eating grin. It was worth the cost of getting him the bike and finding out that he did smoke. But anyways, we went on there, said the look of terror on his face when he realized Dad got me, and now I'm in trouble. But it wasn't me that gave him in trouble, it was Ma when she caught him. So another little thing that Neil did, because he likes to place the blame on his little brother for everything. I don't know where that come from. But I bought a brand new Legend boat in 2003. I brought her home, and immediately after being in the military, I got sent to Canadian Forces Station Alert to investigate a fire in a big power plant up there. So I was gone up there for a couple weeks. I come back. I go to take my brand new boat out, which I'd never put in the water yet. And I get out to the lake. I'm sitting in this nice brand new boat. I look, I'm like, it's scratched all to shit. I'm like, how could it get scratched when it's not supposed to have left the yard? So I get back home, and the boys are sitting there. Chad's looking at Neil. Neil's looking at Chad. Nobody's saying a thing. We carry on fishing. It was only last year when the story finally came out. Neil was fishing. Bass apparently are all under trees. So he launches a lure into the tree and backed my brand new $8,000 boat into the tree to save his $7 lure. Yeah, I found out, you know. He blamed Chad for all that too, but yeah. So he said in there and they're farting around, but it was the blank looks on both of their faces. Nobody was admitting anything to me. I guess they thought, oh, Dad's mean military guy. He's gonna just, you know. But I just thought, well, I thought I'd be the first one to ride the boat, but I think I got it out once that year because I had to go back up to Alert for 5 more weeks. But anyways, the boys got plenty of use out of it. And then the boys used to go out to the farm, like my parents' farm, which is now mine and Peggy's. And last summer we had the occasion to go to my farm for my father's funeral. So the boys were up there playing around. Chad and Neil get in the side-by-side. Chad was supposed to be taking Erica for rides. But Neil got in there, bombing along. There's pictures out there, him with his helmet on, acting like a nut barter, screaming up and down the roads. So Michelle and Erica walked down the road about a kilometer to this little fruit stand, and they got ice cream. Neil and Chad go flying down there in the side-by-side, stop, got ice cream, and took off. They forgot to pay for the ice cream. So Michelle and Erica wound up having to pay for the ice cream as these two wahoos go flying by the farm at about 80 kilometers an hour, eating ice cream and squealing like little kids. So while they were down there, I found out from Michelle and Erica and Chad, they were telling us a story. Our neighbors, they have like the fruit stand and stuff like that, and they're really nice people. So they're kids are down there, and they're introducing themselves. Hi, my name's Michelle. I'm Alan Mandigo's daughter. Hi, my name's Chad. I'm Alan Mandigo's son. Hi, my name's Neil. I'm his other daughter. And then he went, oh shit, no, I'm his son. I'm like, so I gained a daughter that day, and Neil now has an identity crisis. So, you know, quite the character. So if you wonder where he gets all this stuff, it's not from me. It's from her. Yeah. So on July 15th, 2022, Neil became my other daughter. So now I have several daughters and one son. You're still a son, right, John? Okay. We're good. But along the way, as everybody already knows, he met that beautiful young lady sitting over there, Danielle, and that beautiful little girl over there, Gracie, who I met when she was, 2 or 3 years old in January 2014. She was 4? Yeah, just a little gaffer. But it was funny because Danielle said, Grace is very, very shy. She doesn't come up to anybody. So we come down and we were out for breakfast and we went to say goodbye. And Gracie came running up, jumped in my arms, give me a big hug. And Danielle's going, she doesn't do that to anybody. I'm like, I'm special. But anyways, they've been a great family. So like I said, I don't want to drag this on too much, but I said, Danielle, I want to thank you very much for sorting him out, keeping him in line, because I know it's a full-time job. He wouldn't be where he is without you, and I want to thank you for the 3 extra beautiful grandchildren. You've been a part of our life since you met 10 years ago. You'll always be a part of our life, and I just want to welcome you to the Mandigo clan officially. Love you both very, very much. Cheers.
All right, everyone, it's the speech we've all been waiting for. I'd like to call up the newlyweds, Neil and Danielle Mandigo.
Those of you who know me well will not be surprised that I have something to say. Those of you who don't know me so well will soon realize that I can't keep quiet for more than 3 minutes at a time. To echo all of the fantastic speeches before me, thank you to everybody who helped make today the amazing day it's been. To name a few, Nicole Amanda Photography and Greyloft Studios for catching the fun and love today, and Stonefields Estate for such a fabulous venue. Thank God for grade 9 science class, sitting us in alphabetical order. How else would I have found a forever friend and amazing MC? Chantel, no one could have represented us better than you. Thanks, girl. Where'd you even go? I'd like to especially thank my gorgeous bridesmaids. You all look so stunning. That's why I've sat you so far away from me as possible. Can't be upstaged on my own wedding day. Roxanne, you are my oldest and closest friend. We have been through the good, the bad, the ugly together. Your friendship has been a source of strength to me over the years. Thank you for being who you are. Thanks to my sisters, Tanya and Alicia, for their reassuring calmness, strange humor, Tanya, and good advice at a time when I really, really thought I would crash. I don't know how I could have done this or life without you both. Nobody knows me as well as my girl, though. Is she even here? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Grace gets props for picking this fabulous dress and being such a beautiful co-maid of honor. Emerson, you rock that suit. Where is he? There he is. Thank you for enduring attention and picture taking all day today. Ada, you look like a princess. We can't wait to see you dance the night away. We are proud of all 3 of you for being brave and so patient. A huge thank you to Chad, Preston, Jamie, and Tyler for dragging my man kicking and screaming here today. I'm joking. Everyone knows he wanted to be the one walking down the aisle. Thank you for being constants in his life and always ready to support his shenanigans. I'd like to thank my parental in-laws, Nan, Vivian, Alan, and Peggy. You have raised Neil to be the most kind-hearted, loving, patient, boisterous, ambitious, and considerate person I could hope to call my husband. And for this, I am forever grateful. Who's next? Oh yes, Dad.
Right over there.
Where is he? Hiding. My dad is fiercely protective, has an unbelievable work ethic and perseverance, all of which have inspired me to be the person I am today. As I wrote this speech, I wasn't sure if he would tell the baseball hat story, but I will just in case. I refused to wear a ball cap for a team photo, and as everyone, and I mean everyone, was yelling, threatening, or begging me to wear the damn hat, I could see my dad calmly watching with his hands in his pockets, facing the group. One of the diehard dads creeps up to him and says, "Get her to put on the hat," and in his quiet manner continues to stare ahead and says with a grin, "She isn't putting on a hat." That's how I remember it anyways. Honestly, it was an ugly hat. And although over the years I would find the love for trucker hats, I was not wearing that ugly hat. Dad, you were the first man I loved, and moments like those you instilled not just stubbornness, like Neil called me out on today, but permission to be myself, whatever version of myself I was day to day. I knew the day I found the last man I will love forever, that he too would need to make me feel the same way and hopefully grin through those unreasonable moments. That common ground does wonders for their relationship too. They say brides require something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. But as I lose my old name and take on the new, please rest assured I will always love you. Oh, this part will be hard. I just want to say how much I wish my mom was here to enjoy this day and to impart some important piece of advice that would be simple yet desperately relevant. The lantern burning here tonight is in memory of her. Okay. My mom was also fiercely protective, loyal and quiet, and had a quiet honesty with me. She was the best person to have on my side, and no matter the situation I would get myself into, she was there, steadfast in her love and support. She was always open to growth and showed me how to be accountable to myself and others. I really appreciate everything you both have done to help me become the fantastic, beautiful, and obviously the humble person I am today, so thank you. When I met Neil, I was sure. Oh. No. Oh yeah, he's right.
Yes. W.
When I met Neil, I was sure that we were going to have some fun as I watched him make direct eye contact with every girl in the room. I was on to him. He met his match that day. When we started talking a year later, I was sure that I wanted to know this person and to get to know everything about him. Friends who knew us were not so sure. Who could blame them? If you knew us back then, you might use Eminem lyrics to describe those concerns. When a tornado meets a volcano. But when you're with someone that you're that sure about, you feel much more confident and more sure of everything. And just like that, we canceled each other out. In all seriousness, Neil, I am so pleased and proud to be yours. The hocus to my pocus. He's a Halloween baby. You mix things up with your ambitious ways, but also bring out a calmness in me I would never knew existed. I look forward to I look forward to what the rest of forever brings. I love you. And of course, thanks to all of you for taking the time to come here to see Neil legally agree to keep me in the manner to which I have become accustomed until the end of time. I hope you all enjoy yourselves this evening, and we look forward to seeing which of you will be topping some of our historical wedding guest moments. If you know, you know.
Well, I don't know how I'm going to top that amazing speech, but I'm going to give it a shot. I think I'm the last one to talk here this evening, so I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet so we can get the party started. Oh, yeah. I'd also like to thank all of our involved vendors for making this day so memorable for Danielle and I. You all did such an amazing job. Thank you. To all of our guests that have made the trip to share our day, we thank you very much for taking the time out of your busy schedules to be here. Each one of you have had a positive impact in our life in one way or another, and we are both grateful that you are all here today. To Chantel, this evening's MC, thank you for doing such a stellar job and making sure our day ran flawlessly. To the maid of honors and bridesmaids, you ladies look outstanding this evening. I want to thank all of you for being so special to Danielle in one way or another. You all hold a special place in my heart. To my best man, my big little brother, the kid's Uncle Chuck. Buddy, I'm so thankful that you were staying up beside me as my best man today. You are my brother and my best friend and the best uncle to my children, and I thank you for that. To my groomsmen, Preston Scott, James Leland, Gardner Graham. That never gets old, buddy. I love it. And Tyler Henry. You three fellows have played such an important role in my life in one way or another. I've been in all three of your weddings, and I see you three as my brothers. I can't thank you three enough for staying up there with me today and sharing one of the greatest days of my life. To my father-in-law, Tracy. Where is he? Over there. There he is. Still there. I was very nervous the first time we met. You know, meeting the father sometimes doesn't end very well. From our first meeting, you and I have had a great relationship. I'm forever grateful for your permission to ask your daughter's hand in marriage. I promise that I'll take the absolute best care of her and your grandchildren. To my mother-in-law, Margie, there's nothing more in the entire world that I'd rather have than for you to be here to share a day with us. I know that you're here somewhere looking over us today. I'll always make sure to be the best husband to your daughter and the best father to your grandchildren. Thank you. To my nanny, our Gigi, and everyone's nan. This lady is a legend, and many of you probably recognize her from Facebook. Nan has been here for me and my siblings since day one, from taking me to the infamous 6 a.m. hockey practices to good old-fashioned Italian backhand across the head to keep me in line. She's been around for everything. Nan would always say to me, Neil, are you ever going to get married? When is it going to happen? You aren't getting any younger. When I got Danielle's engagement ring, Nan was the first one I had to show because I knew she'd be so proud. When I showed Nan, she stared at it, sat quietly, and just staring at the ring. Didn't say anything. I was like, oh, shit. She doesn't like it. It's too small. I made a mistake. A couple seconds passed, Nan looked at me and said, it's about goddamn time. Nan, I need you to know that I love you more than words can describe. To my mother. This lady has seen me at my best and my absolute worst. No matter what, she has always been that positive voice in my ears saying everything will be okay, even though she wasn't sure if they would be. You have been there for your 3 children, no matter what we needed. All 3 of us appreciate everything you have done and continue to do for us. Your grandchildren absolutely adore you, and they love going to Nona's house. You are such a selfless woman, and I need you to know how your positive influences have shaped me into the man I am today. To my dad. This man walked into my life when I was a little boy and immediately took me in as his own son. He taught me how to fish, how to work on trucks, and how to ride dirt bikes and ATV. But more importantly, he taught me how to be a man. I know I tested your patience over the years with a few broken fishing rods, a couple rocks through some neighbors' windows, a couple smashed up cars, and the odd truck. I could go on, but not once did you ever make me feel like I wasn't your son. You didn't need to be that role for me, but you did, and I'm forever thankful to you for that. To my big girl, Grace Ann. From the moment you walked into my life, you stole a huge piece of my heart. You and I have been through a lot of great times together, from our long nights in the truck back and forth to the barn, to our chats about boys and how stupid they are. You make me so proud to be your popper. I love you. To my boy, Emmy John, you did such a great day today, buddy, and I'm so proud of you. I know you aren't a big fan of having your picture taken, but thanks for cracking a few smiles. I love you, buddy. Figured. To my little girl, Ada Mary, you also did such a great job today, and I'm proud of you. I'm also excited to see you tear up the dance floor here shortly. I love you, baby girl.
He's way over there somewhere.
There she is.
Is she ordering drinks?
Yeah. She's getting vodka tonics. Atta girl. What's next? Oh, to my wife, Danielle. Yes. I've waited a long time to officially be able to call you my wife. You look great this evening. Doesn't everyone agree? I would absolutely love for everyone to give Danielle a huge round of applause for countless hours on preparing and organizing such an amazing day. I thought long and hard about this portion of my speech on how to make it as perfect as you are. Keep coming back to two words: thank you. I want to thank you for 3 children that you've blessed me with. I want to thank you for putting up with all my chaotic ways. And I want to thank you for saving my life. Because without you, always have my back, I don't know where I'd be today. From the first time I laid eyes on you, you had caught my attention. But from taco dip making night, you've had my full and divided attention, and that will never change. Not even until we are laid to rest. I'm so excited to grow old with you and talk about the good old times in our rocking chairs. I love you to the moon and back. Lastly, we'd like to toast all of us tonight. Danielle said, don't forget this part. Yes, dear. And thanks for the fullness of days spent together, the friends that we pray will be with us forever, the feelings we've shared, the food and the fun. With faith, your blessings have only begun. Cheers.